Getting a quick and healthy meal on the table is hard enough as it is, let alone when you've got little kids running around, they're starving, they want snacks, and you just want to eat and get it over with. Keep watching, because here are 5 of our stress-free, quick cooking, healthy meals that the whole family enjoys. For the best in fitness and nutrition for strong moms like you, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell below so you never miss a video from me. And stick around, because I've got the answer to how you can work smarter and not harder when it comes to your fat loss goals. You've just come home from a long day at work and you're frazzled. Or maybe you are staying at home with the kids all day and you are exhausted. And you never really thought about what was gonna be for dinner. You know you should be eating healthy. You know you should be staying away from processed foods and takeout and all the rest of it. And sometimes you just don't know how to do that when tummies are grumbling, people are frazzled, and you are on the verge of hangry. That's hungry and angry together. If this sounds like your family, then keep watching, because here are some of our favorite weeknight dinners that you can whip up for the kids, for your husband, that's healthy, quick, fresh, and easy.
It's taco night, baby. So whenever I'm cooking with anything ground beef, I always start with some sauteed onions and garlic. And because my kids are picky and they will pick out any kind of onion they see, I am dicing these up as finely as I can get. And we're gonna heat up a pan and make sure the oil's hot and add in the onion and the garlic and just cook that down until the onion gets smelly and good. We're gonna add in our beef here. Now, what I'm not showing you is the Tex-Mex spice that I add at this point. Once the meat's all done, I add in my Tex-Mex spice and then I just turn the heat down to simmer and simmer that while I chop up these toppings. So toppings, we're pretty good old standards. Green onions, we've got our tomatoes, lettuce, cheese, of course, yogurt, sour cream. You could even do some peppers or black beans, pinto beans, whatever you like, and avocado, of course. And with the salad, just make sure you have a big bowl of romaine lettuce chopped up and ready. Add in your Tex-Mex ground beef, your onions, any kind of toppings that you want. I always love avocado, tomato. You can even use some salsa, and of course, cheese. The key to really making this a fast, quick meal is to have things ready in advance, like shredded cheese, maybe your lettuce, and the onions.
These homemade, Denise?
Oh, no. It's pasta night. All right, so we're starting with a roasted bulb of garlic. Now you wanna do this at least a night before. You're just gonna cut off the top of the garlic and drizzle some olive oil on top and cover it in aluminum foil. You're gonna place that in an oven at 350 degrees for 30 minutes. So it's probably a wise idea to do this a night or two before while you're cooking another dinner, just to save time.
A few moments later.
Now, this is where you need to be very careful. It's gonna be very hot. So my choice is always to let it just cool down. Once it's cool, you can take it out of the foil, and then you're just gonna easily and gently squeeze out all the roasted, yummy garlic into a bowl. And meanwhile, you can take your shrimp. I like to take it and just keep it in the fridge in a cold bowl of water overnight, and it will thaw on its own. And you can get your kids to help you out with this by taking the skins off the shrimp. And again, if you want to make this even faster, you can do this a night before. And then pat dry the shrimp, and then you're just going to season it simply with some cracked pepper and some Himalayan pink salt. So we're gonna make the sauce now with our roasted garlic, fresh ground Parmesan cheese, and some olive oil or some avocado oil, and some salt and pepper. So I place that in a container, add everything in, and I'm gonna use my hand blender to blend it all up. And it's a little too thick, so I'm just adding in a little bit more oil as I go. I find avocado oil is nice and light for this. And you're just gonna blend it till it's smooth. You're gonna obviously see that there is the Parmesan in there. So this is what it should look like. And we always cut up some lemons so we can squeeze lemon on the pasta before we eat it. So we're just boiling that pasta. This pasta takes 9 minutes. And while we're doing that, we're gonna cook up that shrimp. Make sure your pan is nice and hot before you add your shrimp. And I can't get enough garlic in this dish, so I'm always adding some fresh garlic here about midway through shrimp cooking. And this meal is really versatile too, because you can add in any vegetable like broccoli. We've added in some leftover broccoli. It's already cooked. This was from a previous meal. And just add in some vegetables. So we're just gonna cool down, drain our pasta, and get the pasta ready with our sauce. And we're gonna add our pasta to a bowl. We're gonna mix everything together, adding in our roasted garlic Parmesan sauce. This is my kids' favorite pasta, like tomato sauce. They don't even care about that anymore. This is the sauce, their favorite. And then we're gonna add in the shrimp and the broccoli and just mix that up again. And we're done, and we can plate it. And again, you can serve this with a side wedge of lemon. And my favorite way to eat it is with zucchini noodles. I know it looks a little bit watery, but it's still very yummy. Can I see you eat your pasta? Egg and cheese quesadillas. Who says breakfast can't be for dinner? All you need is 3 ingredients for this very simple dinner. Some cheese, eggs, we're gonna make some scrambled eggs, and multigrain tortilla. You can even use cheddar cheese. I just had mozzarella cheese on hand here. So we're just cracking our eggs, and we're gonna mix those up. So trick here is just to have everything ready. I mean, it doesn't take long to shred cheese or scramble eggs, but we're just gonna have it ready because once the eggs are scrambled, it's quick. All right, so we got our hot pan here where we're gonna scramble our eggs, and we wanna keep them nice and light and fluffy. So don't mix them too much and don't cook them, or don't overcook them, because we're gonna be cooking them a little bit in the quesadilla as well. And once your eggs are done, you're just gonna place some cheese on your tortilla and then place some scrambled egg on top and a little bit more cheese because my family likes it real cheesy. This is really easy lunch for kids for school. You can put it in a thermos as well. And you're just gonna place it in a dry pan that is already heated and press them down. And we're just gonna cook them until each side is crispy and the cheese has melted in the quesadilla. Now, this is really versatile. You could add in any vegetable. Broccoli would probably be good here, even maybe some black beans, some salsa. But my kids are really simple and they just want to have some raw veggies on the side. So that's how we keep it plain and simple in our house. And pan-seared salmon with a garden salad. So I like to buy the thin salmon fillets, and I keep it real easy with just some salt and some pepper, and I'm just gonna add it to a hot skillet and cook that. I'm covering it first. It's gonna make it cook faster, and while that's cooking, I'm just preparing my salad. This is a cucumber I've got from my garden. It's pretty seedy, so I'm having to cut out the seeds. Basically, this fish is gonna be really quick, so whatever kind of salad you can make in the amount of time that it takes to cook your salmon, that's what you should prepare. And I'm just gonna check my salmon. I'm gonna flip it over. And I really like our salmon crispy, so I'm gonna leave that lid off. And washing our tomatoes. So these are our cherry tomatoes from our garden, and there is nothing more yummy than cherry tomatoes from your garden. And we're gonna add that to our salad. Really simple here. We're just gonna be adding a little bit of feta cheese with it. Checking our fish again, needs to be a little bit more done. We're gonna leave the lid off. And back to our salad, a little salt and pepper and a little bit of olive oil. Keeping it real simple. Thing with kids is make sure that you have some veggies on their plate that they're actually going to eat. See how I like my fish crispy? Nice and crisp on each side, but it's not dry either. And done. This meal took all of 7 minutes. Dinner is served. And teriyaki beef with sesame broccoli. So we're gonna start with our marinade with some aji mirin, some soy sauce and some sesame oil, some ground ginger, as well as some honey. Now we're gonna be marinating our beef overnight. If you can't do it overnight, at least a few hours. And here I'm just kind of breaking up all the honey bits. It'd probably be best if you had liquid honey. Key here is to buy the thinnest cuts of beef that you can find, because that'll make for really quick cooking. And we're just going to add the marinade to this bag with our beef. All the recipes are in the description box below, so you can check that out there. And just really mix that marinade up and get every little piece of meat covered with that marinade. And then you're just gonna put in a bowl and leave in the fridge. And we're gonna get our broccoli ready here. And the broccoli sauce just has 2 ingredients here. We got some tamari, sesame oil, and some sesame seeds. And we're just gonna simply, on the day of cooking, you're just gonna cut up your broccoli, take the long hard stems out, and we are going to be steaming this 5 minutes. And you still want your broccoli to be crisp yet tender. And then we have our ice bath ready so that the broccoli can stop cooking immediately. We don't want any kind of soggy vegetables here. And we actually would probably be best if you could cook the broccoli the night before, just to have it cool and ready. But this is the next best thing, your ice bath. And while the ice bath is going and you're cooling up your broccoli, we're gonna cook the meat. And we're just gonna get the meat out and cook it on each side for about 2 minutes. Like, this is a really thin cutlets of beef, so it's maximum 2 minutes on each side. And while that's cooking, we're just gonna get our broccoli salad ready. All right, so we got our broccoli, it's drained, rinsed, and we're just gonna put on our simple dressing of the sesame oil. It's about 1 or 2 tablespoons, some tamari, and then you're gonna top it with a little bit of sesame seeds, and it's that simple. This salad, or this broccoli, actually tastes even better the next day once all the flavors have melded. So, and then to finish, you're gonna serve it with some rice. My kids like white rice, I like wild rice, and of course I'll cut my meat up for the kids, just smaller little slices so it's easier for them to eat.
Now you've got some new quick healthy meals that you can whip up at your home for weeknight dinners. Let me know in the comments below, are you interested in finding out my favorite green veggies that can be cooked in under 5 minutes? Let me know below. Well, I know you're here because you know that eating healthy, fresh, home-cooked meals is important to staying fit, healthy, and achieving your strong mom goals. But I also know that you want to feel strong, you want to get lean, you want to build some muscle and look really good and confident in your clothes. Which is why I invite you to download my Strong Mom Method. This is my jumpstart guide to building strong curves and losing body fat at the same time. Make sure you grab it and I'll put the link in the description box below. Thanks so much for watching and make sure to check out my other healthy recipes, some breakfast recipes that you can make in 10 minutes or less, as well as the favorite kale salad of everybody. Make sure to share this video with a mom who needs some fast, fresh, healthy meals, and I'll see you in the next video.